Look at that.
I opened it without breaking it.
Wonders will never cease.
So, as ambassadors for Cardo, we are reviewing a lot of their kit, which at the moment is very interesting for us. And today we're going to talk about the Packtalk Custom.
Now the Packtalk Custom is a completely different part of their range. It's a new one, and everything seems to be going to subscription now, which some would say is a pain. But this system here is kind of like, if you've heard of the Packtalk Edge, that's their top of the range, all singing, all dancing
bells
system.
and whistles.
Yeah. This one is exactly the same internals, different mounting system, but exactly the same internals, technology, newness.
Sorry, I just realised how this box opens. I was trying to push it like that, and it's got a lid like that. Anyway.
Yeah, so this one is the same as the Packtalk Edge in terms of technology that's inside. So it is like their top of the range. However, this one's a lot cheaper. And why? I hear all those people say.
Why? Why I'm asking?
Because this has got a subscription-based system. So basically, when you get it, you can use it for all of the usual stuff. So you can use it to listen to music when you're riding.
Phone calls, all that.
Phone calls, radio. You get your mesh on there, and when we look at how it's being used, we'll let you know the proper features, but you get the very basic features of what you would want to do. But you're buying something that's top of the range, but for less of a price. So if you're somebody that rides a motorbike for 11 months of the year on your own, this might be something that you want to get, because one, it's a good price, and two, it gives you all the things that you might want to use if you're constantly riding with yourself, not wanting to speak to other people in intercom and that sort of stuff, wanting to listen to music, make phone calls, receive phone calls, all that sort of stuff, and connect to your nav. However, if you're somebody like that, and then you, on the last month of the 12 months,
go on tour with 11 mates,
and you want the added ability of the dynamic mesh communication system, the DMC, you can pay for a subscription for that month, so it unlocks some of that software that's on here within your account, and then you can then use it as an edge. So basically
becomes the edge.
Yeah, it becomes the edge, but you are paying a subscription. And when I was speaking to Cardo, I said, well, I can't quite understand, and I said it like that. She said, you've got it in one. This is a system, because I thought, why would you buy a system, put it on your helmet, can't use it unless you subscribe, when I can buy another unit that does it all and I don't have to subscribe. But I think where they're coming from is trying to fill a space in the market where you want the top, the best of everything, but you don't want to pay for it, and you don't need all those features. So
because you're not going to use them all the time.
I mean, if you think about all the headsets that we've ever owned, some of them have been top spec, and we've only ever used listen to music, take and receive phone calls, listen to the sat nav, and maybe on the odd occasion use a Bluetooth connection to talk to your mate.
So I think this is a really good idea, because I don't connect necessarily. I don't connect to other people's intercoms necessarily. I certainly wouldn't want to do it unless I was away with a group of people, you know, and you go, all right, let's all talk, whatever. This would be ideal for me, because when you pay that subscription for that 1 month or however long it is you're going away for, you get the full shebang, the whole thing.
Or I think there's different ranges. I mean, we'll look at it and give you more details, but there's different ranges of stuff you can subscribe to.
But if for most of the year all you're using is the telephone, the radio, you know, music, then this is ideal. Yeah, ideal. As opposed to the Edge, where it's all bells and whistles, but it's more expensive.
So it's the standard features, second generation dynamic mesh communication, which is their DMC. So you remember, we haven't done it in this video, but you've got 3 units, DMC, one in the middle gets taken away because they've stopped or they're out of range. Normally on a Bluetooth connection, everybody would lose the connection, but the 2 that remaining near to each other seamlessly connect and stay connected. I then, because I've broken down or I've stopped to put my makeup on or something, I've got back on the bike and I've joined the chain, so now you've got the 3 units seamlessly, when in range, connects to all 3, and nobody's kicked off, and you can have admins and all sorts of stuff in the app. So what do you get in the box?
I'm so happy it opened like that. I was literally, while you were talking, I was pushing it going, how do you open it? And then he went, oi! Hello, what lives in here?
And it's waterproof as well. It's IP67 apparently, and over-the-air software updates as well, which is really good.
So, I've even got it out the box, like that.
Nice looking unit. See the colour of it? The other ones, I mean, this is a matte finish. The other ones, like the Edge, the Freecom 4X, all the other ones, are darker. This is a lighter one. I'm not sure what I
wonder
feel.
if people would be interested about buying, you know, sort of a white one or a red one or
well.
something. Oh.
I'm sure that Cardo also do a KTM version and different versions, but that's literally a different coloured thing with
right,
KTM.
okay.
But they are more expensive. And I have seen online, there are people within the forums that will do like carbon effect, you know, stickers and stuff,
bits.
cut to it so you can put stuff on.
Going a bit too far
Well,
for me.
because I'm not sure how I feel about that being so light and prone to getting dirty. We'll have to see what it's like, but
Do you know what? I don't care about what colour it is. It doesn't have any impact on my life. So.
but we'll have a look at that unit in a minute.
And this is coming out.
Right, so the first thing you have to do with one of these, look just
Oh,
put your finger in the hole.
Comes out.
Wow. Right. So on the packaging, there is an activate here. Activate your unit QR code, which you need to go through because that then allows you to set what you want to pay, what you don't want to pay for, and set your account up in the right way. So it configures it with your unit.
Cardo sticker.
Ah, now that's a bigger unit. Bigger sticker.
You got the start here to download the app and all that old malarkey. You have one pocket guide. You have a second pocket guide in case you want to take it away with you.
It's really weird because what I like about the pocket guide is it's a proper pocket guide, but it's like a book. Lots of the other ones are like this big ream of paper, and if you're out on your bike and you've forgotten, to have a big ream of paper is a bit of a
Which I always remember, I think it was a film 1941, was it John Belushi?
Oh, I don't know, I wasn't around then.
John Belushi flying a plane and he's got this massive map in the Second World War open across the screen. Anyway, that's what they remind me of.
Yeah.
Installation guide.
Yeah, which couldn't be simpler. It's got pictures everywhere, as has this guide, pictures everywhere.
Yep.
Oh.
Safety, compliance and warranty. Don't need that.
I don't know. Why do people have to waste money in printing this stuff?
It's probably
Is it a legal thing?
Probably, and I nearly said the E word there, but I didn't.
Because why don't they put like a QR code that people actually want to read that can read it?
And in there we've got.
Shall I open this bag?
Yeah, go on.
Right, so in this bag we get the mounting system. Most important, the mounting system. So there will be another thing in there.
That was the other thing you're after.
Brilliant. So that is the mounting system. So you can see that that's different to the Edge. The Edge, you literally hold it like that and it goes and sticks. This one you actually have to put it into the groove and clip in, much like the Bold. And then you've got your little clip there. And interestingly enough,
That goes the other way.
the Freecom you have to pull towards the unit to release it, which is a bit finicky. This one you pull away from the unit.
Finicky. Yeah. Finicky. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have you invented a word there?
I have. A bit cumbersome. And then this just comes off. So you get that mount. And with the mount, it's really good because you get the sticky bit. And as you can see, it's made in a way that it will contour to your helmet. So if you have got a flat helmet, I don't know what sort of helmet you would have, you can have it flat. Or if you've got a domed helmet that domes right round, it will stick on there as well.
So I like that because a lot of them, you know, on some, for example, the Interphone Tour, you get a flat one.
Yeah.
A flat mount, or you get a slightly curved one.
And that's all you get, isn't it?
But that's all you need, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
the thing never comes off.
No.
You know, it's just stuck on.
And
Because
that-
it's got 3M tape,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Does that smell? Weird.
Not as...
Weird.
Yeah. And that literally slides into the mount, so you can stick it on your helmet and then you stick the unit in there.
Betty the
chewing.
Wonder Dog is chewing one of her toys.
Or you've got the other mounting system that slides in, does exactly the same thing, but this one fits on the outside of your helmet and then up inside, in between the padding and the actual frame, shell of the helmet, with like little bits of rubber there to stop it pulling out.
See, I like that because on some systems they have this clamp, don't they, where they have bolts and you have to clamp it in and it catches your jacket or your
collar,
and it tears things. So that looks pretty okay. I like that. What else have we got?
Right, so that's all the mounting system. Then you've got pads, and that's so that you can stick these Velcro sticky pads into your helmet, stick that to the helmet if you needed to, and that gives you the difference in space. So some fill the gaps, get them closer to your ears. So you get those. You also get 2 sticky soft Velcro bits, because in this bag you get a microphone, which is for full face helmets.
Yep.
And it comes with a proprietary connection. This is the only part that is a proprietary connection to Cardo. That plugs into the main system itself, and you get some alcohol prep pads so you can clean your helmet should you use the sticky stuff to stick it on the outside.
You get a
microphone, and this has got the proprietary connection. It's got the hooky bit for Velcro, so you can use these sticky pads to stick in there, to stick on the right place, to hold it in the right place, or like a lot of helmets, this will just stick inside on the padding anyway. Like with all of their range, you also get this handy little ducting system. I don't know what else to call it.
We'll call it a ducting system.
It's got hooky Velcro on the outside, and it basically goes over the boom microphone, so whenever you put it in your helmet,
and that's what all the sticky pads were before.
Yeah, stick it in your helmet. Right. And on all their system, on the outside, they've got a yellow triangle, and that yellow triangle needs to be pointing to your face, and that way you know that this is where the microphone takes your voice in. If it's round the other way and it's not hearing you, it's because you put it in the wrong way.
And do you remember you made a comment when we first started?
Yes.
Saying, why hasn't that got a cover on it? Because...
talking about the USB-C connection, which we'll show you in a minute, because there is no...
I'm assuming that will... When it's fitted into that...
Right, well let's show them on the unit then before we show them that bit. So you've got the unit there, you've got your 3 familiar buttons that are on every Cardo unit. So you've got your media, you've got your media... What else was it? The media, this is your media one, this is your mobile button down here, and this one is your intercom button. You've got your rocker button, which is for volume and other things that were controlled by the wheel. Your pairing, that sort of thing, pairing to the bike,
the wheel.
sort of thing. On the back of it, you've got a USB-C connector, which is great because everything's USB-C these days. But it hasn't got any rubber.
USB-C.
Yeah, but it hasn't got any rubber cover.
And we haven't worked out what it's for.
We thought that's really, really weird. However, when it's in the cradle or in the mounting bracket, on the back there is a USB-C hole. These bits, this one here is the proprietary mic connector, and this one, as with all the range, is a 3.5mm jack for your speakers, which are
JBL speakers.
Those ones aren't JBL by the looks of it, because it's not got JBL written on it. But they are really good speakers.
They're heavy.
Because lots of them, the speakers aren't great, are they?
No, I thought they were actually, just because they were heavy. But yeah, anyway. But easily fooled.
Get good speakers on there, but the good thing is that if you want to use your own headset from your mobile phone, or you want to use some molded earplugs like we've got from Ultimate Ear with 3.5mm jacks, it just plugs straight in, and therefore you won't have to use your speakers. But on the end of this one, it's very different to the rest of them actually, because the rest of the units are connected via a wire under here, that then go into your helmet, And this is just for charging this port on most of them. But this one, it's actually got like a molded piece that has got Cardo written on it, USB-C on one side, and then it's got the wires coming out. So that plugs in like that, and it would plug in that way because that is OCD, you know, it's the same distance from the top and the bottom. It fits right. You could put it in the other way, but then the wires would be too high. Brings the wires out, that goes inside your helmet and plugs it in there. And therefore, that must provide the waterproof seal in your unit.
Absolutely.
So unlike the others where you would just unclip it and take the unit away, you would have to undo that and then unclip it or charge it on the helmet.
I also like the fact that on some helmet headsets you get, notice how there are different length wires.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
How many times do you pick up a new headset and you go,
which one's which?
They're both the same length, and then you got to hide all that extra wire in the helmet somewhere. So I'm happy with that.
I tell you what, the only thing that I would love these manufacturers of all these intercoms to think about is where do you want to mount these units on your helmet? So if you think about it, every unit is mounted on the left side of your helmet.
Well, there's a reason for that, isn't there?
Why?
Because you'll be riding with your right hand on the throttle.
Oh yeah, hadn't thought of that. But why? What if you? But what if you did want to put it on the right hand side of your helmet? You can't.
Well, you can't, and the reason they've done it is so you can't. You're not doing that, are you?
Not thought of that.
Anyway,
why
next
can
question.
we not put it on the right hand side? But what a nice little unit.
Lovely.